Cheers, we have the results of the 2024 election, and regardless who wins, I've got one thing for you to find and 4 things for you to get. Let's get this going. Let's roll.
Welcome to the Grid Podcast.
Kids these days. I don't know what's wrong with kids these days. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Grid Podcast. Jamie Worley here, as always. I want to welcome you back. We now have a brand new episode here, and we're going to talk about the 2024 election. Now, we just got the results today. We know now that Donald J. Trump is our brand new president, number 47. And there's a lot of you out there who are not happy about this, and there's a lot of you who are ecstatic about this. What I want to tell you today is that regardless of who won and regardless of who you're pulling for or who you were pulling for, there are 4 things that you can do regardless if your candidate won or not, okay? And so that's what I want to talk about today. So go ahead and grab your cup of coffee. You might need it for this one. It's outstanding. Gotta love a nice cup of coffee. Aren't you glad you woke up today, regardless of the results, and you can have a cup of coffee? Listen, there's a lot of you men out there. I'm going to talk to the men. Of course, it's the Grit Podcast. Of course, I'm talking to men. I'm going to look you right in the eye, so to speak. Let me say this. Stop crying. Dear God, I've heard so many stories of today of men who called in sick for work because their emotions were hurt and they're triggered and they're melting like little snowflakes. I can't believe it. I'm thinking, you're a man? Really, you're a man. This is what you're doing. This is your response to losing an election. You're going to call in sick. You're going to stay home, cry your little pillow on top of your little pillow and weigh your little pillow. And you call yourself a man. You got to be kidding me. Listen, I don't mean to make fun. No, that's not true. That's a lie. I do mean to make fun of you because God, just be a man about this, okay? Listen, in 2008, a lot of people did not like Barack Obama, but the majority of the people did, right? He won. Oh, the sky's falling down. Obama won. Oh, no, what are we going to do? We survived, right? Then in 2016, after 8 years of Trump and Hillary ran for this thing, okay? And I was just like you. I'm looking at these two, and I'm going, these are the 2 best people we can come up with in our great country. These are the 2. Okay, fine. And they ran. And Trump beat Hillary. And guess what? Oh, the world's falling down. The end of democracy. All of these, just give me a break. People are melting down everywhere. They spent the next 4 years trying to impeach this guy. COVID buckled about 2 years of his presidency. You know, it was turmoil, but guess what? You survived. That's right. And then in 2020, geez, remember that? Remember when Biden ran and he says, look, I'm going to raise taxes. I'm going to cut the pipeline. The gas prices are going to go up. I'm going to open the border that Donald Trump secured. I'm going to undo everything that he did. And then Biden won and we're all going, oh my God, is he really going to do all those things? And guess what? Yeah, he did do all those things. And we're in a big mess right now because he did those things. But guess what? We survived. Oh, and guess what happened last night and this morning? Oh, if Kamala doesn't win, oh, it's going to be the end of democracy. Oh, the world is falling down. I'm scared for my children and your children. Stop it already. Jesus, act like a man. We survived all these other presidents. We've already survived Trump once. Geez, I wonder if we'll survive him again. Yes, of course we will. So go look around the house, wherever you may have left your set of balls, pick them up, put them back in your pants, and be a man, for crying out loud. Geez, listen, somebody's got to say this to you. And if you were sitting right here, I'd say it to your face, okay? Not in a mean way, but in a loving way. Find your balls, okay? Find your balls. Some of you are so stinking irrational and imbalanced. You could be the poster child for male PMS. What's male PMS? It's Pussified Men Society. Stop being a puss, okay? Find them. Both of them. If you have just one, then find the one you lost and stick it back in there, okay? You can be a man. I swear you're going to survive this. And so this is what I want to say to all of you people, all of you men, okay? There's guys, then there's men. Okay, you guys who have wet your pillows from your tears, my God, stop it, would you? Just stop it, okay? I've lived through I don't know how many presidents in my life, and guess what? I'm still here. I'm still working. I'm still making a living. I even procreated, and that's scary to some of you. But that's right. There's other me's walking around here. And guess what? They have the same common sense that I do. So hopefully this will be contagious for some of you who are struggling, okay? So here's the deal. Regardless of who won the election, okay, if you're a Democrat and you're a guy, I don't care. If you're a Republican, I don't care. If you're an independent, I don't care, okay? I'm going to give you 4 things that you can do to keep a balanced life, regardless of your candidate won or not, okay? Jeez, get up and wipe your tears, straighten up, find your balls, and do these things, and you will be, you will be well on your way to being a balanced man, even the man of your own home, okay? So let's look at this. Number 1 is this. Get up and get working. Get up and get working. You know what? If Harris would have won this morning, I wouldn't have been very happy about it, but you know what I would have done? The same thing I did today because Trump won. I got up and I went to work. Some of you guys out there are so freaking lazy. You think that pumping gas at a gas station is below you, so I'm not going to work. I'm going to wait for a management position. You got to be kidding me. Get your ass to work. Go work. Go get a paycheck. Do something for your family. Stop sitting at home playing video games, eating Cheetos on a beanbag, okay? Go get to work. Why? Because work pays, number 1. Number 2, it creates character. Maybe you do need a humbling job. Maybe that's exactly what the doctor ordered for your life. Maybe that's exactly what you need, is to be humbled. Take the job that you can get for this season. Don't worry, something better probably will come along, and then you can take that then. Fine. But God, get up and go to work. If you don't have a job, go fill out 5 applications every single day. 5 applications a day, that's a lot. Stop it. If you were working, you'd be working 8 hours a day. Why not spend 4 to 5, maybe even 8 hours looking for a job? You ever thought of that? Go get to work, get up and get working. The next thing is get up and get fit. Get up and get fit. Some of you guys have let yourselves go. You're just like this blob of jelly sitting in the mom's basement, okay? Get up and get fit. Now, if you're overweight, okay, that's fine, but don't keep it that way. No, that's not fine. It's not fine forever. It's not fine for now. Do something about it. Listen, eat right, do better at eating right, and exercise a minimum of 3 to 5 times a week. That could be a 30-minute walk. That could be lifting some weights. That could be a lot of different things. Join a gym. There's plenty of gyms. Go see Kim Hopper at Snap Fitness in Gresham. She will hook you up. Rachel Salzwedel, she will drive you into the ground until you're crying. And you know what? Maybe that's exactly what you need. Hey, I love you guys. Those ladies are awesome. If you think you're a man, why don't you go get into Rachel's class? Let's just see how much of a man you really are, or you think that you are, okay? All that is good for you. Getting a beating is good for you, okay? Sorry, about 3 jokes just went through my head. I could be taken a number of different ways. I'm talking about getting fit. Watch your diet and exercise 3 to 5 times a week. It's not hard. Take a 30-minute walk. Well, is that really anything? It's better than what you're doing, okay? Get up and get working. Get up and get fit. The third thing is this. Get up and get rooted. Get up and get rooted. Now, this is very important, okay? What I mean by get up and get rooted, it means I want you to get up. I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to put a little circle on it, okay? And I want you to write the names of the people you would trust with your very life. I'm talking it's 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you need that person here now. And you write their name in that circle. That's who belongs in that circle. You won't even have family members in that little inner circle. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's not about family, okay? It's not about family. It's about loyalty. You write their names in that little circle. Those who would, without question, no shadow of a doubt, be there if you needed them at 3:30 in the morning. Draw another circle around that. These are the people who might be there. They will be there if they at all possibly can. Write that name, those names in that circle outside of the inner circle. You won't even have family members in that one, okay? Not all of them. And then you say, well, these are the people I feel comfortable hanging out with as acquaintances. That's your third circle. Write their names, everybody you can think of that you'd like to hang out with. You know, you trust them, but you don't know if they're really loyal, right? But you like, you like spending time with them. You like being in their company, so to speak. And then outside of that, I want you to, in big letters, go ahead, write everyone else. Okay, you've got your circles now. And I want you to spend the majority of your time with people in that small, little, tiny circle. That's where the majority of your time should be spent. And when you do that, you foster those relationships. Those relationships get deeper and deeper and deeper. And what that means is you become more rooted in those relationships, and the loyalty you have between you and them and you begins to strengthen over time because you've invested the majority of your time into the relationships that matter the most. Get up and get working. Get up and get fit. Get up and get rooted. And the last thing is this: get up and get alone. Get up and get alone. Some of you out there are so codependent, you can't spend 2 hours away from other people. You thrive off of other people. They are like your oxygen. If you were ever to be left alone, you would just wilt and die. Shouldn't be that way. You should absolutely love being alone, just you. Okay? Why is that? Because it's healthy. It gives your brain a chance to slow down, to stop thinking about everyone and everything around you. It allows the dust in your brain to actually settle so that you can see clearly. You ever try to drive in a morning where the fog is just everywhere? Here in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon, there are times I'm driving down the road, I can't see 20 feet in front of me. And why is that? Well, the fog is all over the place. It's beautiful. But I tell you what, it's really, really hard to see. And then you try something, right? You turn the big fog lights on in your truck. Guess what? It's even harder to see. Okay? What you've got to do is you've got to let that mist in your brain settle. You got to let all these thoughts kind of simmer and fall off to the side so that you can actually see clearly, okay? And then when you're alone long enough and you begin to see clearer and clearer, it's amazing what begins to happen. All of you irrational people out there who don't understand what truth is or facts, or you deny science over your feelings, and you're not, it's feelings over facts. Well, I know that that's true, but I feel this way. Screw your feelings. What's true? What's true? It's not that your feelings don't matter at all, but your feelings can't trump something that, no pun intended, your feelings can't override what is true. And don't give me this, well, your truth is your truth, and my truth is my truth. There is no absolute truth. You know what I say to that? When somebody says, hey, all truth is relative. There's no absolute truths. There's your truth and my truth. My question is that true for everybody? And they say, well, of course. I said, well, you just made an absolute truth claim. If there is no absolute truth, your truth is your truth and my truth can't be true for everyone, because that would be an absolute truth. It makes no sense. Relativism makes absolutely no sense when paired with logic. But if you're sitting there going, well, I don't agree with that, that's because your brain is foggy. You've either smoked too much drugs or your feelings are in the way. And they have the same effect as if you smoked a ton of weed. Okay, you can't think right because you have no common sense. Maybe it's in there somewhere, but you got to let that fog settle so that you can have the common sense to understand just basic things in life. And one of the basic things in life is you must be able to sit down alone with yourself, whether you like yourself, or you don't like yourself, to be able to spend time with yourself and be content with who you are, okay? Because a lot of you struggle with, man, I just don't know what to do with my life. Let me give you a little piece of advice somebody gave me, a little piece of wisdom. When you know who you are, then you will know what to do. Let me say that again. When you discover who you are, then you will know what to do. A lot of you out there are trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do with my life? What am I supposed to do with my life? And you're seeking this person's advice. Oh, what do you think I should do with my life? Well, what do you think I should do with my life? The answer is there, but it's not there. You're not going to find it in all these other people. Where are you going to find that answer? When you get alone. When you get alone. When you get alone, you will discover who you are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's necessary that you not only see the good things in you, the bad things, and the extremely ugly things in you. Because when you take the time to do that, you will slowly become very familiar with who you are and who you're not, what you are and what you're not. And when you're able to walk that hard and very difficult journey, then you will know what to do with your life. Get alone. I'll tell you what I do. And, you don't have to do what I do when I get alone. When I get alone, what I'll do is I'll grab a cup of coffee with some nice sweet French vanilla or hazelnut, accompanied by a nice sweet cigar. Not a big smoker, never have been, but I tell you what, a cigar once in a while with a cup of sweet coffee. My buddy Josh loves his coffee black. Don't know how you do it, my man. He's like, yeah, you put all those sweet things in your coffee. I'm like, I sure do. I sure do. And I'm as much of a man as you are, my man. He might disagree with that, but I'll take a sweet cup of coffee and a nice sweet cigar. That's one of the things I like to do. Oh, and I pray. Cigar, coffee, prayer. I'll sit down on my back porch. I'll go somewhere where I'm by myself, and I'll just sit down and I'll contemplate life. I'll talk to God, ask him, what's wrong with me, man? God, what's wrong with me? Another thing I'll do is I'll sit down with a nice little short glass of bourbon, a sweet cigar, and prayer. That's strategy number 2. Like a nice little good short glass of bourbon, maybe some Buffalo Trace, CYPB. There's all kinds of good ones out there. There's some Wild Turkey out there, some nice, smooth, good old Kentucky bourbon. There's lots of good ones out there. You're probably naming some right now that I have not named. I'm brand new into that game. But in moderation, a nice short glass of bourbon with a nice sweet cigar brings on some pretty good prayer, okay? And the other thing is this. I'll take my Bible, I'll get into the Psalms, a nice sweet cigar, and some prayer. Have you noticed what's in common here? If you say cigar, yeah, that is in common, but with all of those things, it's prayer, because I truly believe, maybe you don't believe this, and if you don't, it doesn't matter. That's between you and yourself, or, whatever you believe. I'm just saying, for me, the greatest wisdom comes outside of this time and space that we call this world. For me, the greatest wisdom and peace of mind comes from God. And when I'm alone, I'm never truly alone. I know that he's always with me in my good, my bad, and my ugly. He's with me. Further, he loves me regardless of my good, regardless of my bad, and regardless of my ugly. I'll circle the names on the piece of paper that love you that much. So, that being said, I do want to recommend, I already recommended a couple of bourbons to you, if that's your thing, if that's your jam. If it's not, let me recommend a couple of cigars to you. Number one is going to be my buddy David Ligatich turned me on to Sweet Jane cigars by Deadwood or Drew Estates. And so, actually, Jacob, could you grab that box up there? That box up there?
All right.
I appreciate that. I want to show you the box. This is not an official sponsor or anything like that. It's just something I enjoy. Thank you very much. Yeah, Deadwood Tobacco Company. There it is. These are called Leather Rose by Drew Estate. I like the Sweet Jane's Leather Rose. All the Deadwood Estates they're pretty similar, but you choose the one that you like best. Happens to be the one that I like best. So thank you, David, for that, turning me on to that. But anyway, so listen, regardless of who won the election, It should not matter who wins the election. That should not determine what you do today or tomorrow or the next day. Dry your little eyes. Like I said, go look around for the balls that you somehow lost. And I don't know, maybe you didn't lose them now. Maybe you lost them years ago. Go find them and stick them in your pocket. Put them right back where they belong. Get up and get to work. Get fit. Get rooted. And get alone. And then you're going to be well on your way to living a balanced life and being the responsible and motivated and powerful and purposeful and efficient man that you've always been called to be. All right? Let's get busy. Doesn't matter. Let's get going. You've got this. I believe in you. Take all this, everything I've said today, with love. If you don't and you're triggered by it, unsubscribe. I don't care. Bye. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Like and subscribe. You can catch me on Spotify, YouTube, wherever podcasts may be found. Also, check out www.thegritman.com for more information. Share this podcast with guys you know need the motivation and encouragement to become the men they've always been destined to be. I'll see you next time right here on The Grit.